a special feeling in Oldsmobile. There is a special feeling in Oldsmobile. More than the luxury ride, it's a feeling of pride that you feel inside.
This here is my 1987 Delta 88 with almost 500,000 miles on it. If you remember earlier this year, I had this car, or actually not even earlier this year, early last year. I picked this car up back in, I want to say it was around May of 2018. Picked it up with 487 or 89,000 miles. It is currently at 497, just about where I left it when I sold the car. Now, you're saying, well, didn't you sell this? Yes, I did. I actually traded this car for the friends I used to have, but that project went bad, and now it's being restored by someone else that can actually restore it to its former glory. Fortunately, I picked up this car from the Radwood show this year. You can see that video on my channel. I posted that maybe a week or two ago. Still just about the same. A little bit more rust. Granted, I am driving this car through the winter, as usual. It's gotten some sun wear from where the other owner was storing it, and it's got this weird blotchiness. I don't know what's going on with that. It's almost like the paint's burned or something. It's a very odd texture. Ugh, sort of off-putting, to be honest. So I've been fixing this car ever so slowly from, well, previous owner. Now, that's not to put them down or anything. You know, they tried their best at fixing it as best they could. Right now, driver's side window doesn't work at all. This was always sort of an issue on this car. It was off its track. It's currently on its track right now, down in here, where it goes up through this band right here. But it is completely stuck down. When I had the handle on here, you could, continue rolling it in either direction. Nothing would happen except for the actual assembly would come up, but not the window. So I'm not sure if it's the bands inside or whatnot. I don't have the tools to do it, nor the capacity of my arm. So I'm just going to have my friend Sam take care of that for me. For some reason, the knob for the mirror, you can see it here. You watch it move. For some reason, that was shoved in the door. I'm not entirely sure why, but I put it back, and I had a really heck of a time looking for the panel, because the original piece that was on it when I got the car was one just like that there. But I found out when I opened up the cigarette tray, lo and behold, the panel's sitting right here. Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is down there. Ugh. Yeah, here it is. It was just sitting inside there. So, yeah, that's a thing. For some reason, the phone doesn't work anymore. I'm not entirely sure why. All my paperwork's still here. It still shows my tires and everything for it. Because right now it's got these, I don't know if they're Walmart tires or... Well, Walmart tires aren't bad, but it's got Sumitomo tires? I never heard of that brand. But I have my original, I believe these are Tiger Paws or something like that. I got those. They're good for the winter. So I got those in there. So here are some changes since I've owned this car. First of all, it still starts right up. But I don't want to kill myself with carbon monoxide, so we're not going to do that. But I will put it in the on position. This car was having problems when I first got it back of not starting. I'm like, well, what's going on? This car's never really given me any problems or anything like that. And it ended up being a wire underneath the hood. Actually, I'll show it right now before we move on to the interior. Which also will show us a another piece that's been fixed on this car since I've gotten it. Where is that latch? There we go. Yes, it has hood struts now. Very nice. So that's a pretty big one right there. But this wire right here, that little tiny 7mm bolt, loose as can be, wasn't even tightened down. You know what? I tightened it up. It fired right up. It also has a new battery in it for some reason. I'm not entirely sure about why. It was bought not too long ago, $519. So it was definitely after I sold it. I don't know. Free battery, I guess. The old one was fine though. I know that. Still got the giant rust spots. I don't know what happened to the chunk of metal I had for this. That's just gone. Once I get this thing back, I was gonna, have that welded in, because it's a pretty important part of the core support, but I guess that won't be happening unless I find another one of these cars in the junkyard that's just as rust free. So it starts, it runs, it's got a new battery. That's probably like 110, 120 bucks or something. And how about this here? This radio looks a little different than the one I originally had in it, doesn't it? This is a brand new remanufactured AC Delco radio. Now this is something I would have never done for my cars, because these things are super expensive. Even if you're to get one rebuilt, they're so expensive. So expensive. Unless you find one in the junkyard. But this thing looks brand spanking new. So we'll turn it on here. Let's see here. We'll go to
number 2.
So it works fantastic. I'm not sure if the cassette deck works. I'm pretty sure it probably does, because it looks like a brand new unit. I'll say that. A lot of work went into it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's some weird things on this car. This thing needs a drive shaft. Or not drive shaft. What the heck am I saying? It needs a CV axle, which is no big deal. I've replaced tons of those before, including the one in my 66 Tornado, which is, yes, it is still, on the road. Or really, well, it's in hibernation for the winter here. We're coming up. So there, I'll open up the trunk here. There we go. So this is what I found in the trunk. Got the CV axle here. Blower motor of some sort. I'm not sure if it's the old one or not. It's got a mark, so it must be the junkyard. A ton of horns. There's 2 in the bag and there's 2 here, but the car's already got working horns on it, so I don't know what that's about. Got the original floor mats back here. I'm not even sure what these are. I don't want to show off the address. I don't even know. I'll have to open this real quick and set. Came with 2 of these panels that go into the door panel, I guess. I guess he was gonna switch these up or something. I'm not entirely sure what. The ones on there, I mean, they're a little crusty, but this car has 500,000 miles on it. What do you expect? So yeah, there's that. that's pretty much the whole car. Everything that's happened to it over the course of a couple days here. Or months, I should say. Yeah, it's finally back in my possession. And I'll be doing a couple more updates. I'll probably show off the car when I have the tires and everything fixed on it before I start driving it this winter. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to give you guys another update on the '88 Tornado, because we're going to be running in a very interesting event right here in Detroit. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.